pending a few things. But Tank versus Ryan seems to be on a collision course April 15th this year. Tank, again, just kind of did his thing in January. Kind of downloaded information first couple rounds and started putting the pressure on Hector Garcia. I don't know if you saw that fight.
I didn't see the fight, but I've always thought the Tank was an exceptional talent. He may be. The problem that I saw was that he was a little too small for the weight that he was fighting in sometimes, because he has issues with weight. All fighters have issues with weight. Now, back then I would have said, a year ago I would have said it's a 70-30 fight for me for Tank. Okay. Today I say it's a 50-50 fight, but the only reason the catalyst for me is Joe Goossen. Joe Goossen is a no-nonsense kind of coach. He's going to drill the fundamentals into Garcia. If Garcia is paying attention, he makes it an even fight for me. If he's not paying attention and listens to what Joe Goossen sage knowledge is, then he's in trouble.
You've seen improvements from Ryan since he's been with Joe.
We haven't seen him fight, really, have we?
He fought twice, right?
I didn't see the fights, but I'm not following as much as maybe as I should have. But Joe's going to make a difference if he listens. Yeah. And I'll tell you, and it's every fighter that's been with Joe, you can see the difference. You can see them improve. You can see them get better. You can see them more focused. You can see them better punchers. You can see them better fighters. So if he listens to him and doesn't allow his circle to influence anything that he's doing other than what Joe is asking him to do, and I think he does very well.
Is that, again, kind of like a set traps type fight as well between Ryan and Tank? They're both very fast,
Joe is not a set and traps kind of guy. Joe's going to teach you how to use your skills, go out and beat the heck out of somebody, and Ryan's got exceptional hand speed. He was just a little too amateurish before. I think with Joe, he's going to become that seasoned pro that he needs to be.
It's exciting, man. Hopefully we get it. Another one, it seems like probably is going to happen. Earl Spence versus Thurman at 154 is the rumor right now. It's frustrating, right, that we're not getting the fight that we want. But
frustrating for who?
Me as a boxing fan? I don't know, boxing fans.
Listen, we have to remember that Errol Spence is going to do what's best for Errol Spence. We don't know what's going on in the background. And to me, Keith Thurman is probably, in the last 10 years for me, the biggest disappointment that he didn't do the things that he could have done when he first started, when he first came on the scene, I should say. And I think that's an easy fight for Spence.
Thurman?
Yeah.
Like a knockout?
No, I don't think it's a knockout. Keith Thurman's a talented fighter.
Right, yeah.
If it's a knockout, it's because it comes late and someone's wore out. But I think it's a tactical fight because Thurman is a very good tactical fighter. But it's a fight that Thurman will not make a fight out of it. It's going to be up to Spence to make a fight of it. But Spence beats him.
Well, why do you? Because you said it's going to be an easy win for Spence.
Not easy. Not easy. He won't have to work as hard as he would against, let's just say, Crawford.
Is that based on just kind of Keith having injuries and kind of maybe a little longer in the tooth than when he was beating Danny Garcia
and Spence having another 7 pounds under his belt?
You think he needs that?
No, it just makes you you're not sacrificing no more. You're not doing the things that you do generally to get down to a weight. Now you're a little more comfortable, and he's a very talented fighter. And he was one of the guys that came out of the Olympics that I thought back then was going to be a world champion, was the exception. I thought he was, and Marcus Brown was, and there was one other one. I forget the other one, but there was three fighters that I thought were going to be the cream of the crop. And other than Marcus's kind of head case with his girl, but they're both world champions and have done very well.
What's kind of your first memory of Spence in the amateurs where you were like, oh, hey, I want to keep an eye on this guy?
I had friends that were associated with Frankie Gomez back then.
The Pitbull.
Right. And Frankie and Spence and some of the other fighters had great sparring sessions, and my friend would say to me, that kid's going to do pretty good. They're very technical, they're very tactical, they're very, very good fighters. So I never saw them myself, but I was told, and the source that told me was there. So
then when you kind kind of finally saw him.
When I saw him and I saw him progress, I thought, that guy right there, like Marcus Brown. I thought Marcus Brown was going to be the cream of the crop when he got there, but things have derailed him, unfortunately.
Right, yeah, for sure. Still talented fighter, but yeah, definitely. Abel, man, what are you up to these days? I know not really boxing so much, except for the 360 thing, but
actually, I'm retired, you could say, but retired from training, really, to being in the gym every day. I don't want to be in the gym every day like I was, unless I get that special guy that asked me to do it, and I have my favorites. But other than that, I just want to help Tom here with these shows with the announcing and go to gyms and just see the talent. Just obviously not get completely away from it because it's been 43 years of my life. So, but I'm enjoying this part of it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, just last one for me. We were talking earlier. I know Jamie Munguia bought your gym out there in Big Bear. I happened to see Jaime yesterday. He was talking that they're trying to get Triple G at 160.
Stay away from Triple G.
Why is that?
Stay away from Triple G. The only one that can give Triple G any kind of trouble is Canelo right now.
Still, huh?
Still
even at
stay away from Triple G.
Is there something you saw in the third fight with Canelo that you were like, Canelo's still the only guy, or
no? The only reason Canelo's the only guy against him right now because he's not, in my opinion. Everybody's got coaches have biases, I guess you could say. I just don't see Golovkin doing the things that he needs to do to be able to beat a Canelo. He'll beat everybody else. It's gonna be difficult to beat Gennady Golovkin. I don't care if he's 41 years old, if he's 42 years old. It's gonna be difficult because the one thing you cannot take away from that man is when he hits you, you stay hit. So if you're not a talent like Canelo, it's going to be difficult to beat Golovkin.
So even because I remember there was a time when I believe the second fight with Canelo fell through because of the drug testing issue, and then I remember I want to say Jaime like raised his hand, but the California Commission was like,
yeah. Well, when Tom and I and Golovkin and everybody talked, I personally didn't want the fight. I didn't want the fight because it was a Mexican kid that was going to be ruined. It was going to be retired. It was going to be knocked out ugly. Back then. And today, you just don't want Golovkin. I mean, he doesn't need that kind of beating.
I love it, Abel. Thank you so much, man.
Just telling you the truth.
You're always a pleasure. But no, I mean, hey. I was talking to a media friend about it, and I was like, man, that's a good fight at this point. Like Jaime's 26, he's young. Triple G, like you said, can still hit, and like
Golovkin will beat him like he stole something.
That bad, huh?
That bad.
Still?
In my opinion, yeah.
Wow.
And listen, and you know that Golovkin and I haven't been on the best terms, let's just say, we're part of the worst terms, but you have to respect the fact that he is and still is a good fighter, a very experienced fighter, and a guy that's going to hurt you with everything he hits you with.
Man, that's, punchers never lose it, right? Punchers never
not only punchers, his timing, his ability to read you, his sense of when to throw the punch. He doesn't waste very many punches. Okay, but when he throws it, he hits you. And Jaime is not a guy that's going to be hard to find.
I love it, Abel. Thank you so much, brother. I really, truly appreciate it, brother. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.